Hi, in today's video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be explaining on beat and off beat. This is a musical understanding which is going to be useful for all of my pupils. I teach singing, piano, guitar, based instruments, so that's guitar and bass, mandolin, banjo. Banjo? I've made up a new instrument, banjo. It's kind of a banjo and a mandolin. Banjo, great. I teach all of the chordophone instruments, which is musicologically speaking what that family is called. Also percussion. So within this lesson, I'm going to teach you about on beat and off beat, and if you play any of those instruments, you'll find that useful. My name is Robin Thornton, and as I said, I've been teaching those instruments, but I've been teaching them since 1993 and providing musical solutions since then. One of the most fun musical solutions that I came across was when I was meant to be teaching somebody called Emma. And I was working on some paperwork, my back was turned to the door in the studio, I heard the door come open. I said, "Hi, how are you?" I expected Emma's voice to come, and I heard this, "Hi." I thought, who's that? Turned around, and it was Emma's dad. He said, Emma's been caught on the bus, but can I take her lesson? Can I just take a little bit of your time? I'm working on a Pink Floyd track, and I've run into problems. So we sat down, we talked about it, I provided a solution for him, and he went away very, very happy, and that's what I mean when I say that I provide musical solutions. People can learn instruments and pick up things on YouTube and come up with some of the music, but then they run into a problem. That's when people come to me, is when they need those problems solving. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the what on beat and off beat is like. Hopefully you'll find this useful, and if you find it useful, you're likely to have friends and family that you want to help as well. So share this video with them and let them find that musical solution for themselves. Here we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my knee, which is slightly off camera at the moment, just because of where I've got the camera set up. But if you count to 4, commonly speaking, there are 4 beats in the bar. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear the sound of my hand clapping on my knee. So where the numbers are within a piece of music, 1, 2, 3, 4, those strong impulses, that is called on the beat. It is on my knee, so it's on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, you can't hear somebody counting 1, 2, 3, 4 within a piece of music, but you can hear the strong impulses. And when something is a strong impulse and it's repeated and we know where it starts, that is the beat. A beat within music is a strong impulse which is repeated and we know where it starts, or it's predictable. The beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is on the beat. So on the beat is where the numbers are. Off the beat is where the numbers aren't. There's a really, really simple way of hearing this. If you take your hand, or I would take you through step by step. First things first, take your hand and clap on your knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have that shot of that at home. Give that a try. And now place your hand above your knee. And what you can hear here is you can hear a rhythm which has a strong impulse, but also has a weaker impulse. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Strong on the beat, or strong on my knee, and weak off the beat, or weak off my knee. So where you're hearing rhythms which would play all of it, all the ons and all the offs. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing both the on the beat and both the off the beat. I feel that's fairly clear. If you want to share your thoughts in the comments, if you want to post me some messages, then I will always welcome suggestions. Every true teacher, every good teacher will get interaction, get feedback from how people are thinking, and change how the lesson has gone, depending on whether people are picking it up correctly. I think it's fairly clear. On the beat, off the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you're not finding that clear for some reason, sure, drop me a comment. I'll see if I can help you out. Maybe we can organise some lessons and we can take it from there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm going to run you through a very, very simple exercise here. I'm going to play mostly on the beat, but in one circumstance, I'm going to play off the beat as well. I will walk this through 4 times so you can get a feeling of where the on beat and off beat is. But the way that I'm going to do it is the off beat will be on the 4, and in the next example it will be on the 3, and in the next example it will be on the 2, and finally it's going to be on the 1. That's going to look a little something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Without the counting. So what you can hear there is you can hear a 4-bar rhythm, short enough to be short, but long enough so you can really hear some interaction in the rhythm. That's what the rhythm sounds like, and what you're hearing is you're hearing the on beat and the off beat. As I said, this is useful for singers. Most people just mimic. I get a lot of singers coming in who just mimic what they're hearing, but when we get into the lyrics and think about where the impulse is, it changes phrasing and it changes the intent of what it is you're doing within the song, and you're much more controlled. I think understandably, if you're doing piano, guitar, or all of the chordophone family, you'll need to understand where on-beat and off-beat is for phrasing within pieces of music. And obviously as a drummer, I deal with on-beat, off-beat right from day one. Getting together any kind of rhythms, you need to understand that. So hopefully you've understood what on-beat and off-beat is. I feel like I've explained it fairly clearly, but drop some comments in the wherever I post this, comments, questions, interactions of some sort. I welcome that, and share this with your friends. As I said, I've been teaching since 1993 and been doing that very successfully, but I am doing that much more online now. Although I live in Scotland, I have taught in Australia and in the Middle East and in Russia and throughout Europe and throughout the UK. If you have friends that you think could benefit from my tuition, get them to get in touch.